Everyone, time for another video. So this one's just going to contain a little bit of a dive around zero trust network access. So the components that I've got here are, I've got FortiCloud hosted in Fortinet data center. I've got an on-site 60E. I've already connected them from a fabric perspective. And I'm running FortiClient as well, and as you can see, it's connected to the EMS server. So it's got the profile for the appliance. I've created a zero trust tag to essentially look for an antivirus is an antivirus agent or EDR agent installed on the machine. In this case, I'm using SentinelOne, but it's not looking for SentinelOne specifically. It's just looking to see if there's an EPP or EDR agent that's detected here. As you can see, it's detected as SentinelOne correctly. So the next thing that I've done is on the FortiGate itself. I've configured a ZTNA server. So there is a little bit of NAT involved here. So it comes in on a Sky broadband connection, which has all ports forwarded to the 192.168.0.2. And then what I've done is I've configured a ZTNA server on that port and mapped it to so using HTTPS, this is irrelevant at the moment. I've connected it to a Unify cloud key, so we should get to the web interface of that. So if I do 10.90.90.18 in my web browser, you will see that I get redirected to this page. So essentially what I've done is I've published that externally. The word I use for my clients is as a published application. So I've published it using ZTNA, and I've then created a proxy policy. So this is quite key actually. When you're configuring ZTNA and it's got TLS or SSL, and it's not HTTP. Or it's HTTPS or a TCP-based reverse proxy, you must use a proxy policy. You cannot use a standard firewall policy. It's quite misleading. So inside here, what you will see I have done is the source is any. The ZTNA tag is SentinelOne detected or is EDR, EPP, isn't it any agent detected on there. And essentially to deny is the first test. So what I would expect to happen is when I browse to the public IP address, you will see that you should get a deny page. What I'm then going to do is I'm then going to disable this policy and allow it to hit policy ID number 1, which should allow the connection through because there's no tags matched on this rule. It's just simply allow any source at any destination. I have thrown a ZTNA tag in there, but it's basically says is it known to the EMS server? Is it a registered client? So it should be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and access the published application from a machine where the FortiClient agent is installed and it's linked up to the EMS server. This device does have SentinelOne installed on it, so we should get a deny message because if you remember, we've got a deny policy that's matching. That's set to deny any client that's got EPP or EDR installed. So we should see a deny here. So you see the certificate exchange. And as you can see, we now get the ZTNA access denied. The reason it's been denied is as a policy restriction, and we know that is because of the endpoint type, which says, have you got an EDR EPP installed? Yes. Okay, well then you're going to get matched first by the deny policy, so that's why you're not allowed in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to reverse the logic. So I'm going to go into this policy, which, if you remember rightly, is a deny rule, and it's looking for a source to any destination using this ZTNA server, which matches the access to the cloud key, but it must match this Sentinel-1 detected tag, which again is looking for, does the endpoint have EPP or an EDR product installed on it? And if I just show you, if we go here, this is the endpoint that's got the client installed. You can see that it's got the Sentinel-1 agent installed and detected via FortiClient. So let's disable this rule. Now go to my Incognito tab, do a refresh, and as you can see, we were able to access the published application. What I'm going to do now is I've provisioned a Kali Linux box in a data center over in Germany. It doesn't have FortiClient installed on it. It's got no link at all to ZTNA. It's just a blank Kali Linux box that gets snatted out on a public IP address. So the first thing that I wanted to do was I wanted to try and see what Nmap can see from a probing perspective on the public IP address and then port 3443. And as you can see, it can see that port 3443, which is the port the public application is on, is open, but the service of it is unknown. The next stage will be to try and actually access the public application from Firefox. As you can see, the ZTNA access has been denied, and the reason for that is because FortiClient isn't installed on the machine, so therefore it's not able to present a certificate. And that wraps up this video. So if you do like the content, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I'm hoping to be pushing out a couple of videos a week. I've got loads of ideas about various bits of interesting content. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.